There you go. All right. And we're here with the members, guys. Thank you all so much, man, for being here. We are in our members only portion of the show. That's right, guys. Remember, this stays members only. We do cut it out of the main show. So definitely come through, appreciate you guys being here with us and rocking out with us. All right. So let's see. PlayStation. Where are they? Definitely saw some stuff. Oh, did you hear that now they're saying that GTA 6 will have a 60 FPS mode?
I have not heard them say officially that it has been. I know I've seen a lot of rumors.
Well, Rockstar didn't, but people are saying it.
Yeah, I've seen people say it as far as
actually, like Jez wrote an article saying that it's very. Let me read it real quick.
Even Digital Foundry said they don't even see it being a 60 FPS.
Well, it says
pushing 40 maybe.
Maybe. It says it's very likely, and ultimately, according to the information I received, there will be 2 graphical modes. So apparently Rockstar is fighting to make it happen. So they're probably trying to do it right now. And that's going to be the problem if they can't. But
obviously the S won't hit 60. It'll be a 30 probably cap.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you need to make it equal. You know what I'm saying? The emojis are the emojis not there? I see the custom emojis. Spartan says he doesn't see the custom emojis. Do you see yours?
Yep.
Yeah, I got mine. So I don't know what's going on, brother. But yes,
I think I've been reading the story saying that they think it will, but I haven't seen. Like I said, nothing has been. I saw one PSM where he say it's confirmed the Pro's going to be 60. And then he posted like one of them GTA 6 rumor mill sites. So like that's not official now.
Yeah, I bet. All right, listen. I know we have the topic to get to, but before we do that one, I saw this. Have you seen this Guns of Ashalon? Ashaton? Coming to PlayStation 5, Xbox, and PC, created by the late renowned writer and world builder Viktor Antonov, who made Half-Life 2, Dishonored, Prey, Wolfenstein: The New Order.
Name doesn't sound familiar.
First-person Souls-like shooter set in an apocalyptic Western. Wild West has fallen into a mystical and spiritual apocalypse known as the Burning. Over 20 weapons forged by the 19th century, custom builds, different playstyles, different ammo types, story playable solo or in co-op, multiplayer PvP, multiple factions. Let's real quick.
I haven't heard. The name doesn't sound familiar, but that doesn't mean I haven't seen a trailer.
All right, I'm gonna put this up real quick just to see if it's something that's cool. Hold on. I haven't watched it, so I figure let's watch it together.
Look around. The world is dying. The whole environment is maimed and
That's pretty good.
Oh, it never looks good.
Yet there is still a semblance of law. Everything has its place. Keep your weapon clean and ready. All it takes is one mistake.
Yeah, 4 hands. Did his other hands just come out of nowhere? Is that what I just saw?
That's what it looked like.
Is this Goro? Are you playing as Goro? In this game? No, Goro has 6 hands. Right?
But we will not despair. We will do it again and again.
I like the music I heard. Definitely looks interesting.
Yeah, I mean that wasn't bad. I feel like it's getting a lot of hype for it,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's quite,
Weird West
I don't
Part
think
2.
yeah, I don't think it looks like that good.
Like I said, the music was interesting. Like I kind of liked it. It kind of felt like a From Dusk Till Dawn type music style.
Dust to Dawn was dope.
Oh yeah,
Dust to Dawn was real dope.
first one was. The others not so much.
Yeah, I didn't. Anything after the first one didn't exist to me. Oh, another thing I didn't mention, but I guess it just kind of is what it is because it's not really first party, so I don't look at it as like, oh my god, I'm worried. But one of the side deals they do have is supposedly safe, and that's Hideo Kojima's OD. So OD is safe from all this reset scenario.
I did see that,
but yeah, but it's still like that game looks really interesting.
Like, so you don't want to. We didn't want to be the one that cancel a Kojima game.
Exactly, especially one that he was so passionate, pumped about that you guys, that Xbox was the only one who saw interest in it. I guess the other thing too that we didn't really get to or really talk about, but did you see Xbox's union workers have joined forces across to speak out?
Yeah, to try to get past the layoffs or whatever.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the union members can do anything.
Which one was it? It wasn't Xbox. It was some other publisher that went to fire a group of them because they were trying to form a union.
Yeah, they let them go right when they were about to do it. I think it was Rockstar.
I don't know.
I think Rockstar got rid of them. So yeah, the union thing happened. It's really just the unions doing their thing where they're trying to
protect employees.
Yeah, but it's not gonna change anything.
Yeah, Space Shot says it was Rockstar.
Oh, Rockstar, they're asking for union recognition before the game launches. Like, bro, that's because they're afraid they're going to get fired after the game launches.
Game's done. Okay, bye.
Yep.
And that's what and a lot of times that is what happens. But the game's done. We don't need you anymore for now.
Exactly. All right, let me find this thing with PlayStation. I wonder if I just click it.
Well, you're looking. I'm going to go run the risk for myself.
It's PlayStation 6. I wonder if they just put PlayStation 6 in the thing. PlayStation. Let's see. Oh yeah, here it is. Here it is. All right. So let me bring this one up. Let's go here. Here it is. All right. There it is. So PlayStation 6 reportedly already cost $960 in materials to manufacture. $960. That's a lot of money. Just like off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like that just to make it. And supposedly it was actually cheaper not too long ago when they did it. It was a cheaper thing, but because pricing has gone up, it's just making it that much more expensive. So it says the PlayStation 6 reportedly already costs around $960 in materials to manufacture, suggesting the next generation console could be much more expensive than we think. The news comes from Kepler K2, who was previously accurately leaked, who has previously accurately leaked technical specifications and prices for console parts. PlayStation 6 could cost $1,000 plus. According to Kepler, the bill of materials price for the PlayStation 6 has increased by $200 since March 2026, when it cost $760 to manufacture a PS6. With the price increase of $200 in just a matter of months, it means that the PlayStation 6 now reportedly costs $960 to build. Woo! But that isn't the end of it. As many analysts in the tech industry warn that RAM and SSD prices are yet to soar with no end in sight thanks to AI. That means that the build of materials of the PlayStation 6 could continue to rise, putting it well past the $1,000 mark. That means even with PlayStation traditionally subsidizing its console costs in favor of software profit, the PlayStation 6 could still cost $1,000 or more, as consoles have traditionally been subsidized by only around $100 to $200. First of all, if the console costs $1,000 just to build, that's not taking into consideration, packaging, shipping. That's not taking into consideration marketing. Any of that stuff that's going to revolve around the launch of the PlayStation that they're going to put in consideration when it comes to the pricing of this. It's not $100 or $200 that they're going to subsidize. For them to be at 1,000, they're going to be subsidizing a whole lot more, and that's crazy. Says that means if by the time the PlayStation 6 releases, which rumors speculate in 2027, I don't know what rumors have said 2027.
I've seen it said still.
Mark Cerny told us last year that it was at least a few years away. Why people want to pretend that it's going to be next year?
Because Moore's law is dead. If they're still saying it.
Well, I mean, listen, I don't know. I'm not in there, but I'm saying that Mark Cerny told us a few years last year.
Yeah.
So a few years is 2028 minimum, and then 2029 or 2030 possible. So I don't see that. It says that means if by the time so next generation consoles, at least where the PS6 is concerned, could cost $1,400 to $1,500 to produce. The problem for Xbox is that they're making a better box.
Yeah.
They're making a better box, a more powerful box. If it costs $960 to build a PlayStation 6,
Xbox, you probably have to add another $700 for it.
Yeah. And then what happens when next year the RAM doubles in price? Like Helix can possibly launch, and well, I guess it'll be on Xbox to buy enough at the lower cost, to create a buffer of some sorts for Helix, so you could have another, year or two or 3 at that price and not have to worry about them going up. But I mean, theoretically, if you release it and it comes out at a high price, you know, that might not be the highest. They might even go higher than that, which would be really, really crazy. But like I see in chat, Negan says I have 2K aside for the Helix, and now I think that won't be enough. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's a certain point where, like, for instance, Asha, right? She said something that I didn't think too much about, but I mean, it could be a problem. And she said that the console, right? The next console, instead of being worried about it being the most powerful or something like that, let's worry about how we get it into people's houses type deal. I'm paraphrasing, but basically saying, why are we trying to go so heavy or so high? Why don't we use something else to do it, like AI, which PlayStation has already came out and said, like, oh, we're using AI to boost up these graphics. You know what I'm saying? AI is going to take the graphics to the next level, not the power in the box. We just need enough power in the box to run the AI, you know, till its fullest. So I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's
Scary.
yeah, because I don't want them to release, like, she wasn't around. And you know, it's very easy to say, like, what did the Series X being more powerful than the PlayStation 5 do for Xbox?
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying? And the answer is nothing, right? Like, what it did for us, it gave us this phenomenal experience. You know, the games always look great and run great. But to Microsoft, it didn't win them the generation, right? It didn't give them more market share than the other ones. Like, what did it do for them? And I'm afraid that she might turn around and try to, you know, nerf it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And that would suck. That would suck a lot. Negan says AMD said Helix is on track for 2027. I don't think Xbox will delay because they were already paid for the chipsets. Only compromise will be the RAM. We're not sure what that will be. Well, I mean, you have to imagine, and
It's not just the RAM, it's storage too.
The SSD, yeah, that's also high. But you have to imagine that they have secured, you know, enough for their initial launch, right? Like, you have to imagine that they knowing that price is just going to go up. That means they have to double down and order them when they're not as high, right? So I don't know. I feel like, because AMD said later this year they were good to go. You know what I'm saying? By the end of this year, AMD was ready to give Xbox the chips. Now, maybe we did learn, obviously, at GDC that Jason Ronald said early 2027, we're giving dev kits. Well, maybe that's what they were waiting for, the chips to be ready so that they can put them in dev kits and give to developers, right, to go make games for it or to adapt their games to it. And that's a possibility. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a possibility, but I don't see people, because, like, all right, let's put it this way. When Xbox gives developers the kit, they're not going to be able to give them more. You know what I'm saying? Like, meaning when they go ahead and say, hey, devs, here's the kits, like, you're not going to wait years for that, because the devs can't make, they're not going to make a brand new game after they get the dev kit in a year, right? So, like, that first batch is all about, you're giving the people the box in 2027 so you can have people make their games, like, work on it for that year and beyond. And then the other people who are making new games will start with it, and in a couple years or a few years, you'll get those games come out. But like, it's going to be a big push for this year. Like, hey, you're almost done with your game. It's coming out this year. Add this SKU to your plate, where you're going to go ahead and make sure that it all works well with the higher SKU of Xbox. The game's already coming to Xbox, but here's the SKU that you need to have so that it can build for the higher tier. You know what I'm saying?
The PC/Helix version.
Exactly. So, or if it's just the Helix, just the PC version that they scale down to maximize for the Helix, right? Like, it just depends on what they do. But I mean, even here, they're talking like $1,400, $1,500 to produce.
To make, that's not including markups.
That's not to sell it at. That's to produce. Again, taking into consideration all the other things that they have to add to that pricing. You know what I'm saying?
And
like,
if they're not subsidized anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can see an $1,800 console, maybe probably more, $2K.
I mean, it's very possible that might be the thing. Now, PlayStation has more to gain by waiting. If they see a future where the prices are going to come down, but you know, these rumors of 2027, the only reason I can say that there's a possibility, that there's an inkling of a chance that happens, is if they know that the pricing in 2028 and 2029 is not coming down. And if it's just going up, delaying your box is murder. You know what I'm saying? Because if you wait and that goes from 14 to 1,500 to 2,000, you're checkmate.
It's a catch-22. Like, it's a catch-22. You wait for it to go down, and it doesn't go down. Instead, it goes up.
Yeah, and then what? You're just never going to release it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that's where Xbox is. I feel like Xbox knows that it's going to go up, but like, we got to get it out sooner rather than later, right? And I feel like PlayStation barely has games anyway that are coming out in that way. So I think that ultimately for them, if they get it out and not a lot of people will get it, that's fine for them, because they don't have it anyway. You know, they don't have a bunch of games that are being made that they have to like, oh, hurry up because the game is coming out this year, so all of you need to hurry up and fix your games for it. No, it's one game they have to do that for. Whatever game that is, one or two games, that's it.
Yeah, and as we said before, it's not like these consoles are going anywhere anytime soon.
Exactly. These consoles are not leaving at all. They're going to stay 100%. So there's really no need for them to do it. See, Xbox is doing something completely different, right? Like, Xbox is actually bringing something unique to the table. Mm-hmm. Making a console that allows you to play PC games is literally is like the biggest thing that you can do. You're bridging two of these types of formats for PC gaming and console gaming into one spot, and you're letting people choose what they want to play. I mean, that's.
And there's always possibly using this new chipset and doing something a little different. Just go all in, have the and say, we're not going to make it OEMs, you do it.
Oh, so instead of them well, that's why if they get it out now, they can make their own shit, and then they can have OEMs fill in the rest of the time.
And honestly, I don't think they're going to produce a lot of Helixes to start off with anyway.
No.
They'll probably be produced like similar to the Steam machine.
I concur. So yeah, I think that ultimately, I think if you are, and I know our boy Pragmatic Eagle was in the chat the other night, and he was saying, like, if you're not saving for next gen and you don't have money like that, like if you're not just, if Helix comes out and they're like, yo, we're $2,000, and you know you want to get one and you don't have the money to just spend $2,000, like that's going to hit you hard. Like you need to be putting money aside. The Helix fund, have it on. If you're someone who's going to want to get it and spend that money because you want to have it, you need to be saving now. That's just the reality of it. Outside of that,
like I say, I'm still kind of new to this stuff. Is the sock that they're talking about, is that just like say like an AMD CPU or something for a computer? Is that what the sock is, or is that something different?
System on a chip. So system on a chip means it's like a APU where everything's on one spot. So instead of CPU and a graphics card that are separate,
it's all one
on
piece.
a chip, everything's on one spot. So they build it where everything's in one place, so you can put it in smaller things.
So it's not one of those things. But we're going to sell you a chip, and you can just put it in your PC.
Agreed. Exactly. So there's this other thing where we have a statement from PlayStation actually about this. So if we look here, it says Sony says it doesn't intend to sell hardware at a significant loss or at significant losses as a principle, but it's monitoring the market with PlayStation 6 in mind. As a principle, we do not intend to sell hardware at significant losses. At the same time, we are carefully monitoring the market and continuing to evaluate our approach. We believe it is important for us to make every effort to ensure that customers listen to what that customers fully understand the value we provide in relation to pricing.
Yes, it's going to cost a lot, but you get this.
Exactly. Right. They're going to show people, but visual is really the only way that you can do that, right? That is a graphics first mentality. There's nothing you can show somebody if it doesn't look amazing that this is the reason why you need to spend this money, right? At this point, I don't know, in chat, let me know what you think. And Broke Wire, I want your input on this, but at this point, the only people knowing that Xbox Series and PlayStation 5 are not going anywhere, the only people who are going to consider going to this next level, and I'm just keeping it on the same scale where PlayStation is only doing a console, they have no PC attachment, right? So the only people who are ever going to be willing to do this are people who want to see, the next graphical leap.
It'll be the diehards.
Yeah, the biggest and most diehard fans.
It will be the PS5 Pro. It will be the PS5 Pro adopters, kind of, maybe, and probably less than that.
Agreed. Yeah, that's literally where I am with it. That's what it is. So, like, that's why they're saying we have to make them understand the value we provide in relation to pricing. Now, this is the thing. We have to remember that NVIDIA already showed us what DLSS 5 looks like. And they showed us what it does to games that are already existing in the world right now without some crazy power increase. That's what the AI does, right? So we already know PlayStation has already said it. They are using AI to make these games look way better, right? Like they already committed to that idea. They're going to use AI to do this. So in that world, right? In that world where AI is able to do amazing things graphically, like we saw with the DLSS 5, reveal. Do you think that's going to pay off? Do you think not being the most expensive, box and not trying to be the most powerful box, do you think that's going to pay off? Do you think that this is the place where maybe Asha's saying, hey, it's better to get the cost down than to be more expensive than the PlayStation 6 for power that they're going to show looks the same as our stuff because AI is getting them there. Do you think? What do you think? Oh, you're muted. You're muted for sure. Definitely.
You also have to remember too. Supposedly next year, Series X is going to get that was FSR 4.1.
Yep. Now we haven't seen anything. The only reason I don't go too heavy into it is because we haven't seen FSR 4.1 like we saw DLSS 5.
Yeah.
Right. So I know that that's what it equals. I don't know how far it equals that. I don't know how like the AMD finally catch up, or is Nvidia just going to be, you know, way ahead and shit like that. So, like I don't know, but Space Shot says it's hard to believe the new consoles won't have NPUs anyway. They definitely do because the new Xbox, the Series X has an NPU in it, right, of some type. And I think the Pro has an NPU, right? PS5 Pro.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure the Series X and the PS5 Pro both have this AI piece in there, the NPU. But I guess the point is
that it says Sony chose to boost the PS5 Pro GPU instead of going with a dedicated NPU.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe they didn't. So much for that. But yes, definitely NPUs are going to be the way forward for sure. Like both boxes will have that. And I think, I mean, when you start to think about this conversation about cost and, you know, all this stuff, I mean, as much as people don't like it, you have to imagine that both of them are going to go ahead and lean heavy into AI taking the graphics to the next level.
Now, this bad boy has an NPU, it says, though.
Oh, maybe that's what it is. That's where I'm getting it. The Ally X has an NPU in it.
It says, however, latest update, the Asus ROG Ally X now offers Microsoft's Auto SR as a different option, and this upscaler is powered by the processor's NPU.
Bro, I can't get Auto SR to work.
I haven't tried, so.
I've tried. I don't understand
I haven't turned mine on in a while, so.
Yeah, I don't understand it. I sometimes when I play in bed, the option is there because it's plugged in. But then when I go to do it, it says it doesn't work. Like it doesn't. I have to like Google it.
Is it game specific or is it?
I don't know. Like it gives you the option to say, hey, every time you play this game, do you want it to be like this? But it's like it just doesn't work. Like it doesn't allow me to turn it on. It always has like a red thing on it. Like it'll have some bullshit like say, oh, you got to make it 720p. So I go and I make it 720p and nothing happens. So I haven't tried to like use Grok or Google to walk me through it. But I've just been using like the on-screen prompts and I just haven't been able to get there.
I wonder if it needs more, or if it needs more power. Say you have to use it as using it docked.
Let me yeah. Well, I used the dock and it still didn't do it. I'm gonna check something real quick. I want to put a quick poll of everybody we have in here right now. Console.
Yeah, I've been slacking. I've been slacking on my allies lately. I've been using my Steam handheld.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I haven't. No, I stay using it. I love it. It's just so convenient to use. I put a poll in the chat, just checking to see, with pricing and everything the way it is, whenever the next gen drops, are you buying it day one?
I probably won't be.
No. So if the Helix gets announced
unless for some reason they give it a very, very good price, say even if it's anywhere. But with what we're talking now, it's going to be a minimum between $1,500 and $2,000.
Okay, let me ask you this: does it not does it, knowing that the Xbox Series X and PlayStation 5 have done nothing but gone up in price, does that not make you say, shit, if I do eventually want it, I'm going to have to pay
more. Yeah.
Way more later.
Yeah.
Negan says I'm a sucker. Yes, I'm definitely day one for the Helix.
I say sure. No, but when they announce it, I'm like, screw it, I'm doing it.
Yeah, I'm
it's one of those, it's easy to say one way or another right now because we don't know.
Well, it's easy to say no right now.
Yeah.
But you don't know. Yes is the one that you're saying if you just doesn't matter. Like there's just no look, my question is not if I'm gonna buy it, is how many.
If they say 2K, I'm out. I got my
yeah, 2K will be too much to buy more than one for sure. I got 3 of the Ally X's and one of the Ally S. I mean the regular one. But remember this, but you gotta remember, like, I'm not, it's easy to look at that and be like, oh wow, what are you doing? But it's like, I mean, I have one, I got one for Doodle, right? And then I got one for our oldest son, Man, because he wants it, you know, that's the easiest way for him to play shit. So it's like, I didn't do it just to have them. It's not like the Xboxes that I have in the house that are just to have. They're just nice to haves all over the place. But yeah, I would say X. If it's $1,000, I would get 2. If it's because I want one down here and I want one upstairs. But if it's more than that, if it's like 1,500 or higher, I'm just gonna buy. I'm gonna just buy one. Whatever it costs. If it was $3,000, I would buy one. And that's it.
I've got a Series X 1 terabyte disc version. I got a digital 1 terabyte, and I got a Series S. I wonder what I can get over all those.
I can tell you right now, I'll be trading in a bunch of shit. I'll be trading in some PlayStation 5s that I have lingering around. That's the only like, depends on how much I get for that stuff. If I could trade in like 3 PlayStation 5s and get enough to buy another one, then that's how I'll.
Like I say, when I traded mine in, last time I did, I think I told you, I traded in a Series X, a standard PS5, like an extra PlayStation controller, and a 1S, and got $800 for them.
Yeah. Well, I'm hoping that with the price increases that PlayStation 5 value goes up to like goes up to like $650.
Wonder what the trade-in values are.
You should check. I don't know.
I checked with GameStop. The Series X earlier. Store credit was like $330.
That's not enough.
No.
They need to stop frying. Ain't nobody gonna do that when the damn box costs that much. Thinking you're gonna give me this cheap shit. I know what you're selling these things for. If you let them give you $330, they're literally going to sell that shit for $700 or $650 or $600. Screw all that noise. But the Xbox still didn't go up yet. That's why. What about the PlayStation 5?
That's what I'm looking at now. PlayStation 5 console, $530.
See?
Nah, that's not a trade. I said trade in, but I said that. I think that's actually how much they're going to sell it for. I don't think that's because they're saying new and refurbished.
What PlayStation is $530?
Yeah,
there's no $500 PlayStation anymore.
Yeah, I did my search in the wrong spot. Hang on.
I think the cheapest one is $600, or maybe the digital 825 digital one. Maybe that one is it, but no, I think it's $600. Even the cheapest one is $600.
Yeah, this looks more like PS5 Pro. You can get $500 for right now.
The Pro?
Yeah. And the standard PlayStation, standard PS5 Slim is $300.
That's crazy. Nope. I'll just sell that shit on eBay to the real people that want to get one. That's crazy. But yeah, it's a wild thing. So far, 67% of the people who voted said no. So, we're not.
That's where I'm at right now. Like I said,
Yeah.
that may change. As at this point in time, it's a no. That could change.
Yeah, I get that. Yeah, this is gonna be crazy times. Crazy times.
Okay. Here's the question: if it's coming out next year, do you
Yes.
think we'll see something see something officially announced by the end of the year?
I'm wondering if they're gonna try to do a copy of what they did the first time, and at Keeley's do a shadow announcement.
Or on the actual physical 25th anniversary.
That too, but they're gonna be busy trying to sell the 25th anniversary Xbox.
Wonder how many they're going to have of that one.
That's a good question.
It's
I
one of
mean,
those
the
like
scalpers are gonna get them.
unless they put in some type of lottery or something. You got to have an Xbox account for this amount of time or something. Like Steam tried to do with theirs for the Steam machine and stuff.
Yeah, I mean that's a possibility, man. It's definitely a possibility.
Like it's one of those things. Like I say, I'm looking at that Galaxy 2 terabyte now. It's like, do I get it, or do I just wait to see if I can get my hands on a 25th anniversary?
Now, just so you know, if you didn't get either of these two and just waited to the Helix, that would be the same price as buying one of these two and buying a cheaper Helix. So
and I've got an Xbox already. So
exactly. So if you just let these sit and say, okay, I'm gonna pretend I bought them, but in reality, I saved it for the Helix. Same difference, you know.
Unfortunately, I'm also a tech addict too, so that's a
downside. I think we've been seeing that, seeing your addiction live and in person.
And GameStop just gave me a notice that we've upped your limit.
Right? Of course they would. Oh man. All right. Well, listen. I think that at the end of the day, these new boxes are going to be wild. They're going to be crazy.
One thing Xbox is going to have to do though is they're going to have to get that PC store better. Because I mean, the one thing the PC store is missing is they're not getting a lot of the bigger game releases.
Like regular game release, which is crazy because they give you the best deal. They're basically like Epic Game Store, where they make they have like these crazy, they only make like 12% or whatever the fuck, instead of, you know, the normal percentage that Steam. Or I think Epic does the same thing, but it's like
they don't get a lot of the big releases.
Yeah,
unless they're a Play Anywhere type.
Exactly. Well, maybe Xbox buys Steam, and that goes away. See what I'm saying? Then the problem goes away.
And then they integrate the Xbox store into Steam, so they have new Steam interface.
100%. Negan says, I won't even get an Xbox 25 anniversary console simply because of the Helix. Like Asha said, tough decisions need to be made. That's the truth, man. That's the truth. Powerball, you didn't go back and reread. Powerball says, not going to talk about Microsoft cutting the contract for assembly. They didn't. That was already by Jason Schreier. He already said that didn't happen. He said assembly had
they were already doing layoffs. They were already doing layoffs before this.
Yeah, but they're still working with Xbox. So even Shinobi, who posted that tweet, he deleted his tweet. So that's why I didn't go into talk about it. I was gonna talk about it, but once I saw that it was incorrecto, then it's easy to link everything to Xbox, right? Xbox is the one with the rumors, so it's like everybody getting shut down. But like, are we linking that EA, layoffs to them too? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is just the time, man. It's a lot of people's time of the year. You know what I'm saying? Where the new year is starting for them, their fiscal year, and they got to make these cuts. It's just what
PlayStation's fiscal year started in March or in April, right? Because they go on a different. I think they go.
Yeah, I think they're a different time slot than Microsoft. But yeah, no, it's all good, Powerballs. That's why but that's just the reason why I would have talked about it, but once I saw the news. I was like,
Go
okay.
figure. Schreier actually went back and did a retraction, kind of, sort of, on negative Xbox news.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, he also, I mean, I'm not gonna say to his credit, but he has been clarifying, like, the losses didn't happen yet. People kept trying to say like things were closed or things were like that, and he's like, no, it didn't start yet.
It's funny. He's saying wait for official word. What's he been? He's always reporting on not official words.
Yeah, so he was like, no, it's not done yet. So, they're not actually over or anything like that. So it's like, all right, bees with a bees. But all right, man, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. This is it. This was a great show. Thank you for rocking out with us, man. Thank you for being members of the channel. It means a lot to us. We appreciate the support. Let me end this poll. So yeah, 67% said no, and that's the way it ended. So yeah, not a good look for the next boxes, but it is what it is. I can honestly, I think that's a higher split than is reality. I don't think 33% of the people are going to buy a Helix. I think is much closer to like a 10 to 15% chance.
I think that's what the pro adoption rate was, about 10%.
Yeah, I don't think you should expect any more, especially in these prices. That number might even go lower. But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here, man. Thank you all so much for rocking out with us. We appreciate all of you. You guys are the shit. And you mean a lot to us. So thank you for rocking out. Of course, Broke Boy, man. Thank you for coming through, bro. Appreciate you spending your night with us, man. Obviously follow him on Twitter. Put your link in there so they can follow.
Already had it ready to go.
There you go. There you go. Not messing around. So yeah, go follow him on Twitter. He's out there. He's making moves. He's not letting these people talk crap. Right. He's bringing receipts. All right.
And I'm kind of surprised that I haven't been caught by a couple other people, because I did do a not necessarily anti-Xbox post, but when they announced the price increases and everything, and said when those go into effect, hate to say it, but actually a PlayStation might be the way to go.
I mean, you got to see what
being that a base PS5 digital is going to be the same price as the Series S.
No, it's not the same price. It's still more.
No, I think the PS5 digital and Series S will both be $600.
No, it's $500. Series S is $500.
Well, that's for the 512 for the same size.
Yeah,
1 terabyte.
Oh yeah. If you're talking about the bigger, but if you're talking about just needing to get in to the ecosystem, plus though at that point, then you got to look at if you don't care about PlayStation exclusives, then it only makes sense to have access to like Game Pass and stuff like that as well. But yeah, man, guys, thank you again. Appreciate you. Remember, we'll be back Thursday night with We Doing It Live. Come through, come rock out. It's gonna be the first show of July. So it'd be a great way to get some early points on the board for July.
Get your names on the list.
Get your names on the list real quick. You'll also see the new list on that. Actually, you won't see it because I don't stream through StreamYard.
So technically it is July now, CMoney. So who's going to be the first super chat of the new year or the new month?
Oh, that's funny. That'd be funny. Actually, you're right. Powerball. Shout out to our show tomorrow night. The homies on Point Nerd Nights Anime After Dark will be live at 8:30 p.m. So technically, that is the first show, but I'll see if I get it done for them. I'll see if I get it done for them to put up, or if you just have to wait till Friday. Not 100% sure. I'll see. I'll check it out. But either way, yes, it is tonight, Wednesday night. Guys, thank you again. We'll be back Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. You got so on point. You stick to this channel Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay. We're gonna fill in the other ones over time, but right now, every night you got a reason to be on point. So definitely come through. Appreciate y'all. Remember, Hargeet will be back on Friday. We missed them this past week, but yeah, man, guys, thank you again. Appreciate you. You guys are awesome. And with that, we're going to go ahead and end the show the way we end every single show. Doodle, we're done. Until next time, you're intruding. And we're still trying to sort that out, Power Boss, because we're still trying to build the squad around it. So it's going to take a little longer.
Big Cloud is a PlayStation one, right?
Yeah, that's the one we're going to do, the PlayStation podcast.
You figure out what you're going to do for Nintendo yet?
No, I need to find a figurehead. I need to find a host. All right, guys. And by the way, all of you, any of you, PlayStation or Nintendo, you guys know anybody? Send them my way, or at least let me know, and I'll go look into it. Trying to build something cool for those fan bases as well. So we'll see. But guys, thank y'all so much. Appreciate y'all. Catch you in the next one. Until next time, you're intruding.